Basically what the song's trying to say is, wake up, wise up, the game's up. I personally believe that all the monies and land owned by the Catholic Church should be confiscated. Wherever God would build a house of prayer, the devil also builds a chapel there, and it shall be found upon examination that the latter has the largest congregation.
What is behind this song?
Well, the abuse in the Catholic Church.
Well, how does that make you feel, considering you were a Catholic once yourself?
I like to think of it in a way that Malcolm X said, we've been had, we've been took, we've been bamboozled. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. Back into the garden, we've been took, we've been had. So right down the river, it ain't no River Jordan, we've been took. And no one chose to be a Catholic. You're born into it. None of us chose it. It's a very clever deception. I don't consider myself to be a Catholic anymore. That doesn't mean I've lost faith in God. I believe in God,
So, would you put a name under the belief you have nowadays?
I'm a Christian.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I believe in Jesus, and that's it. I believe in His teachings, and His only. I have the faith and belief in my heart that God exists, and I do my own thing. I don't need any man. The Bible says, let God be true and every man a liar. And I'll not argue with him. I'm not ready to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I always thought there was something dark about the Catholic Church, even as a child. Coming up, I always thought it was a pretty dark institution. Priests were arrogant. Any I met. And there is no place for arrogance in the true church. God despises it. That's what I believe. Of all the lies that ever breathed, the half-truth has to be the worst of these. Tainted with truths, fools start shouting. In Spain, 300,000 babies went missing. Apparently, around about that number. All over Spain now, people are getting DNA tests, trying to find their children all over the world. And as I say in the song, and as the father and the mother cried, the baby was getting sold outside to the highest bidder. It's disgusting if you think about it. Where they used a trick where they had a baby girl and boy in a freezer. A mother would give birth to her child. They would be taken from them at birth. They'd be called down a couple of hours later, told their baby had died, and shown one of these babies out of the fridge and told that this was their child, but it had died. It's just went too far, and people should wake up. And there's no accountability. They have just waved it away. They have denied. Also builds a chapel there, and it shall be found upon examination.
So why haven't you tried to make your way into the music industry?
Largest congregation. It stinks. And they're getting, as far as I'm concerned, the music industry's getting exactly what it deserves right now. When you think of the great artists down the years who were ripped off, But the great thing about today, it's all changing. Kids are taking the whole thing into their own hands with YouTube, they're writing their own stuff, they're recording it on computers, they're putting it up on YouTube. They have great freedom. I made an album and was very lucky to have it produced by Tom Newman, who produced Tubular Bells. And he would agree with me about the record business and how filthy it is. But I was approached for a record deal, and they wanted the publishing rights to the songs, so I refused.
Hurry, Jimmy, hearken, had no one to talk for him.